next rain. This year it looks like he's got maybe a day or two before the next rainstorm, but if you can get it all in the clamp, then it's under shelter. I think that's the theory. But as I said, his video was, this is where it started going all wrong, so I don't know what's going to be happening. Then, what else was it? The Bernard farm, their last video was getting the last of their younger animals ready to ship to the cattle market. And I think they explained the reason they did that is because the old cattle market closed down and their new guy can't process as much meat as the old one could, so they have to bring it in smaller loads. I wonder if they'll start looking at I don't know, slightly changing their breeding schedule so that all the calves aren't born within 2-3 weeks of each other, and maybe spread it out over a couple of months. I think that's all the farmers I've watched in the last week or two. I had been watching a couple more railway and railroad modelers. Seems to be a few more new series starting on YouTube, and some of which are doing things that I'm planning to do, so it's good to get an idea of what they're doing. Actually, I haven't seen a Larry Puckett video in a while. I can't remember. I think he said he was doing some real life things, so he wasn't going to be releasing videos, or as many videos. Charlie's doing a series on airbrushes and comparative nozzle thickness and price and all sorts of fun things, which will be handy to know eventually, but right now I'm not at the needing to paint anything stage. Anyway, that's another row done. Couple more. I think we're making about a trailer load per 2 rows. We might have 2.5 more. 2.5 more trucks. That'll be good. Haven't looked at estimates for time completion. We are now on. The New Holland has 16 minutes to run, and Forager 14. So as suggested, the plough is catching up because it's not stopping and we are. Ram that up there and go. It's 1.27. Probably about 1.3, although I won't get to see it. So very careful. There we go, 1.3. So that's more than I estimated at the start of this. I think part of that is because we did go ahead with some fields weren't lined sufficiently, some fields, yeah, we missed out a couple of things last year, and so we went in with fields that either weren't ploughed or weren't lined sufficiently to get the best harvesting result. And this year we managed to get all of the things we needed to do done. Obviously we can't really see how that worked out because yield is viewable from the forage harvester. So yeah, you can see this field was yellow last year, it's green this year. So we've got quite a substantial boost in yield from year on year. Of course I didn't check the other fields as we were doing them. That's good. So potentially we're looking at 1.5 instead of 1.2 million. I'm going to be happy with that. I think 1.5 million. That would be about £750,000 income when we sell in December. So I think silage is worth that amount per 1,000 litres. I can't remember. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you, and we're through. Okay, so still not the fastest of jobs, but we're definitely getting there. We're down to 12 minutes, 13 and a half on the plough. Actually, there is a bit on that other field that I want to finish off. But try and use the angle of the plough to finish off the edge of the field neatly. I don't particularly like having jagged teeth on the field edges. Okay, slow down. To do his thing, and I can do my thing. Whee. This tractor needs another clean, however it does not need a service. Used half the tank of silage additive. The harvester definitely needs some diesel. We're down to about 13% by the looks of it. And New Holland is at 67, so we'll need to refuel on New Holland to do all of the ploughing. But once, that's the thing, once Once this field is clear, we're effectively at the point where the New Holland can just get out there and plough every single maize field that we had, while we concentrate on collecting. Actually, we can mess around with that, because I can't start collecting the grass until the mower's finished, and that's one of the issues I've always got, is waiting for the mower to finish before I can go and collect anything. And so if I start from scratch, it's like, okay, I could start with the mower now, but I don't have anything to do until the mowers finish the field. It's like a cycle of that. Oh, there we go. Go. There's another load.
Alarm on.
Okay. Oh, bounce. Bounce off the solid hedges. Down and up. We've definitely got a full cart, as I said. We might have 2 more full carts. Okay, how's the thing looking now? Ooh, we're 13 seconds ahead of the plough. I will need to put some, actually the silage additive's right here. I'll need to put some more in the harvester before we move on to we purchase and move on to the last field. But we're not using the forage harvester on August 3. I don't think we have enough time to do all of the things. But I do think today has been productive. We've finished off the maize we planted. Next year's maize fields are now all seeded with grass, and we just have grass to cut and 2 days to do it. As I said, the only issue I've really got at the moment is I don't have any income. We're just spending a ton of money on workers, seeds, fertilizer, all the things. Actually, I do want to buy that maize field before the end of August, because it will give me the opportunity to fertilize it if it needs it. I'm pretty sure it's going to need it, because maize is a nitrogen hog, and I doubt there's sufficient nitrogen in the field. There might not be sufficient lime. It might be fairly poor yield because it wasn't, the pH is bad, but I can cope with that a little bit, so long as it's not all bad across the board. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, this is this the last full row, or is there going to be a tiny sliver of maize on the left as we come back down? Don't think the header's wide enough, and we can't put a wider header on this one. It's the lowest horsepower forager that's big forager. So it'll only run the smaller header, but still it's big enough. It cuts enough of the crop away from the hedgerow that I can tuck in behind the header between the harvester and the tractor and the hedge. I was having problems with the previous one because we only had a 6 metre header, which was about as wide as the forage harvester. I just couldn't position well enough to follow the forage around, so I tended to drive on a lot of the crop. But as the operation gets bigger, the work gets a little bit easier. Let's see if we can do that. Yes, indeed. And that, the top of that is looking quite flat, so it should be easier to roll. And that's the thing, yeah, with having the back wall on the bunker, it does make it easier to unload and get a uniform level of silage for compression. Alrighty. So probably another half truck and we'll be done. Time is 4:30. Both of them we're at about 6 minutes. And yes, the plough has passed us. It's gonna finish first. Then what is the real time? The real time is 11:40, so wrapping up here shortly, I guess. I could somewhat compact some of the silage before the rain comes. Just so it doesn't. The problem is the more you load up a bunker, the longer it takes. So 1.5 million litres of silage in the bunker is going to take an absolute age per 1% to compact. But if I get a lot of it down now and I get it up to sort of 90% and then unload another 250, 300,000 litres from the field I'm planning to buy, it won't take nearly as long to bump it back up from 50% to 100. We'll have to see how that works out. Okay, 18,000. Like I said, I'm really not sure this is a full cart. That's fine. How's the plough? The plough is 4.5 minutes, so we've actually passed the plough somehow. The plough is 4.5 minutes from completing. We're about 4 minutes. So floor time at 3/4 12, so about 45. 4:45, the farming work will be done. This can be washed. I think the forage harvester will need a tank of diesel. And will also probably need to be washed. And then things get fun. Then I can go get some lunch, I think. Ooh, we might be close to a full tank. I don't know. bit done. I'm doing 35. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like a lot. But it is quite bulky. Yeah, I don't know how much that works out at. Okay, maybe 45,000. Still, I think I'm happy with what we got. In the cab, do the loop. And we are done. Okay, finished work. So we'll haul this back to the yard, we'll get that emptied, and I think we'll get this washed off. I'll drop this trailer off. We're going to need the forage wagon for the grass. And then I was already out and ready to go. Not sure why I put the cedar away or left the case out. I probably had a good reason, but that seems to have escaped me. Just dump that. $20,000, and now I can't. Tractor's too far out of the thing to see what we're doing. Okay, jump out. We'll take a look in the thing. So 1.445. Not bad. What's that there? Oh, that's the cone. It's the cone I ran over. That's okay. It will be magically back in place next week when we reload. Okay, tractor's clean, and give that a quick rinse off. Gonna need it anyway, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. And then we'll take this. As I said, we'll just plant it here. Put that there. Yeah. Forage harvester. Clear the course, start the engine. We'll take this back to the... Oh yes, we are definite need of diesel. So let's get that refilled. I might also refill the silage tanks just here as well. Okay. So, very nice. I'll deal with that later. Okay, that's full. We'll run over to the diesel tank, fill this up. I think 10 to 5, I think we'll call it quits on the farm for now. I've got to finish off any bits that the New Holland missed. And there you go, refueling. There's you. I'll bring you back to the yard. So yeah, from next episode, we'll probably end up with the New Holland ploughing that field so I can get some canola planted in it. Might need to lime it. We'll figure out all the rest of the stuff next week. Turn that off. And this is looking mostly okay. We've got to tidy some bits up, but that's fine. But I think for now, I'm going to call it here. I wish you all a good week, good weekend, and we'll be back next week with more farming on Glenleathann. Actually, you know what? I didn't look at. Ooh, I could get a tractor with a grabby thing. Yep. Okay, nothing exciting at the store, so we'll call it there. We'll Canada save. And as I said, I wish you all well, and we'll be back next week on Glenleathann. But for now, I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone.